With the women, they listen, man, and they try so hard for you. I mean, it's like they would die to work harder for you, and I love that about them.
Now, let's jump into the women of your gym, right? Women in powerlifting, it seems to be bigger and bigger audience every single year. More and more female competitors jumping in.
Yeah.
How many women competitors do you have in your gym right now?
We have 6 full-time competitors right now. Between those 6, we have 14 pro totals, in the open, raw and multiply. It's pretty fucking good.
That's pretty fucking good.
You know, I got to give some love to my wife. Of course, I'm biased to her, but Melissa, I've known this woman since I was 11 years old. She's never lifted a weight. She's never played a sport. She doesn't have an athletic bone in her body. She's probably weighed 105 pounds her whole fucking life. In her first meet 5 years ago, she squatted 105 pounds. 4 months ago, she squatted 502 at 140 pounds,
Wow.
which is the 3rd biggest squat in her age and weight class in the history of the sport. But if I could have a gym full of just women powerlifters, I would. They're dedicated, they're on time, and they feed off of each other. I mean, women are just as competitive as us men. Don't get that shit twisted. They all want to beat each other in that gym. But yes, I love having women in the sport of powerlifting. We promote it as hard as anybody I think can. We've been to meets to where women don't get recognized. We'll never be in those fucking federations ever again.
That's what I wanted to touch on. Your experience with the lack of respect for women in the sport.
So when you go to a meet and women are competing, and it doesn't matter if there's 1 or 20 in raw or multiply, it doesn't matter to me. Those women should have their best overall lifter achievement. You know, it does. You know, you can't help how many women's going to be there. You can't help how many men's going to be there.
Right.
It shouldn't fucking matter. There should be an award for that. We've been to a meet before where that has not happened, and I raised immortal hell about it because I thought it was fucking bullshit. I don't think that men should get any special treatment over a man in this sport. Women are just as great as men, if not better. I mean, we've got women in the sport squatting 700 fucking pounds now. You know, we've got women in the sport pulling 600 pounds, you know. I mean, you can go back to my old school days with Laura Phelps and Becca Swanson, 2 of the best, pound for pound, and the strongest of all, you know. So it does bother me, and I hate that there's really only one event like this that Laura puts on. I think there should be more. I think other federations should dive into this because I think more women would be involved with it. And I hope that this sport keeps getting new blood in the sport for women. All the time you're seeing somebody on Instagram, some new woman somewhere benching 400 pounds or something, like, who the hell's that chick, you know? So it's awesome to see these new up and coming women, and I hope it continues to grow, and we wish the best to all these females in this sport. And all of these meet promoters should make sure that they're respecting the women that are in this sport and giving best overall lifters for those women just as well. They should never be denied their time as being respected and for what they've won and their 15 minutes of fame, so to speak. So, yeah, we're a huge proponent for women in the sport of powerlifting.
Yeah, and I can speak on the strongman side of things. There's far more women competing in strongman now. I mean, there was just a woman the other day that just lifted a 300-pound clean and pressed a log.
Oh, wow.
I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it's amazing. It's just amazing to see.
Yeah.
Like you had mentioned, I've had women clients in the past that the majority of the women I've worked with could handle more volume, worked harder, and like you said, just put the work in far better than most males.
Yeah, you don't have the egos of the men.
Right.
It is what it is. I'm just saying it. Now, do women have egos? Yes, but it's not the same as men.
Sure.
Men, it's always a dick contest, you know, and a dick measurement contest with them. I don't have that problem at my gym, but, you know, you do deal with that. With the women, they listen, man, and they try so hard for you. I mean, it's like they would die to work harder for you, and I love that about them. So, yeah, it's much different than the men.